Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining Sovol SV08 Max live launch. This is Ben from Sovol 3D, and thank you so much for the waiting. Yeah, we are not going to a video loop for all the time. So how are you doing? Yeah, I see so many people joining our today's live, and a great news to share to you all that we already have like 100 more customers back our SV08 Max. So which is great news for you guys, and thank you so much for support. We will continue to improve every bit of our printers. Yeah. So before kick off today's live, let me say hi to everybody. So as there is too many people, I just randomly say hi. Okay, so there is Steven Pickett. He just said, "Hey, I went a raw filament back in my May 22nd, and I have not seen anything yet." So, so first, thank you for joining live, and second, that please reach to Yulia on Facebook, and she will follow. All right. Let me just give you the Yulia's link so you could contact her. And thank you so much for joining our activity. And then there is Iwan. Iwan, hi. Thank you for joining live. And also Stephen, Jennifer, Rachel, Dr. Lear. And he just commented that he has already backed our SV08 Max. So thank you for support. And then there is a Des Casper. Yeah. Then there is David and Steven. And also there is his name is O. Yeah. Oh, very nice name. Anyway, so I want to know that this is Red 3D. How are you doing? I think you have a very interesting comment said that. Let me find out your comment. You are saying that, wait, how is this a launch when it appears everyone already has the printer? Except me, of course. No, of course, definitely not everyone, but yeah. I think we just send some to the YouTube content creators to do the review. Other than that, there is no other people have the printer yet. Yeah. Yeah. So if the if the mic is okay, if the image is okay, then I think I will start to show you guys details of this printer with our PowerPoint. Yeah. And David said, yeah. David Galwood, they're coming that hi from backer number 35. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for support Sovol. Yeah, as we are still a very tiny company. Yeah, so that's why we this time we do not go through our sales platform like the website, Shopify store or Amazon store. Just go right away to Kickstarter. It's just to want to get more exposure. All right. So some people say we are big companies. We are really small. We are really small companies. So. But we are trying our best to do the great product. Yeah. So without any further ado, let's just check out the product details. Yeah. So for this big printer, I think our aim is to unleash your creativity and redefine the productivity. All right. So, and our engineer is we do not have that huge engineer team like other big guys, but we're still ambitious. To do something awesome for you guys. So which means through our printer, you could do the awesome big and huge life-size projects. SV08 Max combines massive build volume, which means is 500 by 500 by 500 millimeters. Yeah, and it's still a CoreXY structure, which gives you all the detailed precision. And then we, at this time, from our Sovol 0, we also added a Eddy current leveling sensor, so which will give you the smooth and high-speed performance. Yeah. So let's check the details one by one. So first, WiMAX. Okay. Actually, we put some kind of poll on our platform, and so many customers voted it. So, to my surprise, okay, I think for people who already have printers, maybe 300 will be their max size. As the first thing, your wife needs to agree with you, okay, to buy more printers. Second, you need to have room. So sometimes it's not you do not have money, but you do not have enough room to put the printer. Consider its printer itself's dimension. But anyway, back to this post that we kind of make I think months ago, that we asked that what print size is your next ideal 3D printer if you already own more than 2 or 3 printers. So I think kind of surprised us that except the number 1 result is that most people, 46.2% people vote the 350 by 350 by 400. Okay, the next size out of my expectation. I have been in this industry like more than I think like 6 years. Yeah. Out of my expectations that almost 40% people like 500 by 500 by 500 millimeter printers. So which means our direction is right, since we already developed this printer last year. So yeah, we bet there is a need for it. So, and the post also shows we are kind of right. Okay, so there is a gap. So there is still a need for large size printing models. But the number 1 reason is that the print size of even the latest printer, which is HD stuff, and also there is a CAD something like that. Their popular model like K series plus. Their print build size is insufficient. It's not enough. The max is 300. I think 350. Plus the plus is 350 at max size. Okay. And second, that the large size printers on the market right now is kind of expensive. Okay, and have slowing printing speed. Okay. Actually, this is 2 factors. First, expensive. That so the print size more than 350 with heat chamber with fast printing, they usually cost I think at least like one with this 500 build volume. It usually costs more than even $2,000. And but some which will be cheap, but they are very slow. They even do not have enclosure, so or have enclosure options. So that's a gap we want to achieve, okay? And so our method is going to the Waron style, okay? Not technically, it's not Waron. We know it's not Waron, but we definitely get inspiration from Waron. So the first thing we will do, definitely we'll just learn more of our SV08. So which it proves the Waron style printers unique functionality, which is the Waron 2.4 R2, okay, so which we got inspiration for. And to all you like to know that we already, I think, donate to Waron community more than, if I recall right, we have already donated we already donate like $4,000. It's not much money, but shows that we really care and respect the open source community, and respect that how many people they contribute and actually do not get any money. They just really like this stuff. They share on the GitHub, on the Facebook community, and let all people to dive in. Yeah, so I think nowadays there are 2 things in the 3D printing community. So one type of people they tend to like is 3D printing. They do not want to tinker any stuff. They just want to print stuff right away. Okay, they do not care about it. This is Clipper or Marlin or Orca or Waron. They just want this printer out of box print right away. And there's still another type of people. I think they are really makers. They like to tinker stuff. They want to buy something as a base and then improve by themselves and make it a beast. They maybe even add some, I think you spend like, as most of our customers of the SV08, they have bought the printer for $500 to $600 more or less, and then they maybe even buy some $200 to $300 add-on or accessories. They kind of replace everything and make it even capable and better than the $1,000 printers, even $2,000 printers. So which is really amazing us. That's why Sovol still exists and continue to do our thing. Yeah. So we still like to mention Waron a little bit detail, since we really benefit from Waron project. So Waron still continues, and this open source project has a certain number of user groups. It's high industrial visibility and higher recognition. And more and more people are use 3D printers as productivity tools to print multiple or large models at a time, reducing manual intervention and waiting time. So all in all, large size, high temperature, high speed, open source have become rigid needs or solid needs for some users. Definitely for majority people, they definitely want to print right away. Yeah, there definitely some learning curves for our printers, but it's still fortunate for us that still there is people who, let me put it this way, they definitely have bamboo printers, CAD printers, but they feel bored. They want something to tinker still, so they are still buying some printers to kind of mold themselves. Yeah. So next part is the most important part is that SV08 Max key feature breakdown. Yeah. All right. So first thing that we still use this high precision CoreXY motion mechanism, and XYZ axis is all linear rails. Second, this is a big part. Okay, it's different compared to SV08. It's not for SV08 Max. It's to not use this USB communication. It's adopt CAN communication with higher reliability, real time, and more stable. Okay. The third one is this 4Z axis use TMC 2209 motors. These 4 motors are independently controlled, and then with will be produce this precise layer height. And XY axis, this time we use this more powerful 2 pieces high current TMC 5160 driver. And then there is a small but also important structure improvement is that we use 8 reinforcing ribs to increase strength, which you could see from the side of the printer. Okay, we will show you the details later. Okay, so next part, we're talking a lot. So I think I want to give more details here. So it's fast printing. Okay, so it's the max is 40,000 millimeter per square of max acceleration, and the max nozzle flow is 50 millimeter square per second, which is amazing. Okay, and we use this 8-watt ceramic sheet, so the high temperature printing up to 300 degrees Celsius and heating to 220 degrees Celsius is in just 40 seconds. All right, so max nozzle flow will be, as I just mentioned, 50 millimeter square per second. And about cooling, so since it's a high flow kind of nozzle, definitely needs powerful cooling. So the cooling fan we have there is a 2 and another and the total is 3. So one is 3015 ball bearing XL flow fan, and then there's another 2 powerful cooling fan, which is 5025 ball bearing blower fan and 3010 ball bearing blower fan, which provides very efficient cooling when you print fast. Okay, and about heated bed, so we learned a big lesson from SV08. So with this SV08 Max, so we use 8mm thick hot bed base plus 1mm epoxy fiberglass heating plate. So which we want to make 200% sure that the build plate is even provide a better I think even heating area for quality print, and the heating time is also very fast compared to other big print volume printers. So as you can see from the specs, here is if you just heat the temperature of the heat bed to 65 degrees Celsius, which will be PLA settings, that is only use like 4 minutes and 51 seconds. I know almost 5 minutes is a long time, but please remember it's a very big build size, 500 by 500 by 500. All right, yeah, and the hot bed heating power is 1300 watt. Okay, 1300 watt. Yeah, and if you're printing like PETG stuff, it's only need 70 minutes. Sorry, 70. Sorry, 70. It's not 70. It's 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay. Okay. Another part is that about the leveling sensor. So hot bed scanning. So first thing that with this new improved Eddy current leveling sensor, the adaptive area detection and the leveling compensation are performed according to the downward projection area of the printed model, effectively shortening the leveling preparation time. And second, with this thickened hot bed, there will be even smaller thermal deformation during the heating. And third, which is a very good thing about using the Eddy current sensor, so it will be like 400 millimeter per second speed to do the scanning of the whole bed, and it will finish this 500 by 500 by 500 build size in 80 seconds. Fast scanning hot bed with 500 millimeter full size. Okay, and then we have this one-click Eddy current calibration scan. So automatic Z offset and fast bed mesh. So direct nozzles touch sensing for automatic Z axis offset. No pressure sensor, no additional hardware required. And a direct scanning measurement at 400 millimeter per second speed. Fast grid constructions, which as I mentioned before. Yeah. So we know that bench printing will not make sense, but we still want to show some capabilities through this little bench, as we think it's classic. Yeah. So maximum printing speed, still with this huge printer, 500 by 500 by 500, it only takes 10 minutes per bolt. Okay. And for other printers, we also do some testing. Other manufacturers. So first thing, the SV08 Max for this little bench is even quick than SV08, our 4 models. And then with I think the bamboo printers, the most popular one, and most expensive one, we are still 2 minutes ahead. And also, with this latest popular quiet printers, K1 Plus, we kind of same, but please remember they are smaller printers. The Plus is still smaller printers compared to the Max, and we achieve like same time, okay? And then the Flash Forge 5 Pro, 5mm Pro, it takes like 30 minutes, okay? And we only take 10 minutes, so we are still very fast, but still maintain the, I think, the decent quality. It's definitely not perfect since it's really fast, but we want to just show you the very solid quality. Yeah, and we give you the details here. So the data collected above are all the printing time at 0.12 millimeter layer height, and 10 minutes 45 seconds. So the random USB flash drive comes with our printer. Will also with a 3MF file, and end customers can perform a 10 minutes bolt slicing and printing. Yeah. And I think the most important part of this printer, except I mentioned again, it's huge, it's fast. The most important part of this printer, something new Sovol create, is this auxiliary feeding. Okay, but it's also at the same time have the anti-winding and blocking detection features. Yeah. So first, it's effectively reduce the pulling of the extruder on the filaments, on consumables, keeps the thirst of the extruder stable, and thus improve the stability of printing quality. Second, blockage detection and identification. Identify the precursors of the nozzle and throat blockage and reduce the scrap rate. Third, filament winding detection. Early warning on consumable filament winding, sensitive triggering, and avoiding empty printing losses. This part is very important, I think. Yeah, and I think most people who backed us printers are interested in this kind of printers know the answers. Since it's big printer and you will print big stuff, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of filament. And once it fails very big and miserably. So that's where we create this auxiliary feeding or phaser to make 200% that the feeding stuff is stable and not ruin your print. We can imagine if you print like 30 hours, 40 hours, and the print fail. Okay, so then it will, I think, not only, it's maybe not a functional problem, but maybe you just want to return printer because yes, it's just the time consuming, the film consuming. Okay, and even with this, I think I think compared to other 500 printers, we are really affordable, but still $1,000 is a very big money. And you use your hard-earned money to buy our printer, and we definitely want to print the best result for you. Okay, so we fully understand this investment is very important for so many people. Some people, I think, definitely first they will print. I think will be the cosplay helmet and the cosplay sword. So we hope that with this printer will bring you success. Okay, and another, I think, last but not least features here, maybe not features, is that open source Clipper. Open source Clipper Git repository has been created to synchronize Clipper updates. So SV08 Max Clipper version synchronize Clipper latest 1.12 major versions. So I think this is a good thing for you guys, or why you guys choose Sovol compared to other manufacturers. Yeah. So we will stick to this function. And then another one is Builtin Camera. Builtin Camera. So till today, some manufacturers still do not provide the cameras at default. I know it's $20, $30, or $40 to buy, but yes. But I think since the even our bed-senior models nowadays include the camera. So the camera, first thing is very important. The most important is that you could just catch your failure, because whatever reasons it costs, you catch the failures, you can just stop the failure through the clipper main cell backstage. And other than that, so I also have a unique feature which we cooperate with we cooperate with Obico more than 1 year, and Clipper provides you to monitor your printer in local network, which means you put your printer in your garage, and you are still, but your garage is kind of besides your house. So you in your house, in your bedroom, or in your living room, you still want to check out if the printer has working right or have some problem. You could check out this, use a local network. And with Obico, you could also check out your prints if you just go into the office for work, or you are travel, but you have some family members in the home, and as long as you have networks, you could check out. And as long as your printers connect to the network, and as long as you have network, you could remotely check your prints through Obico. So which is really, really, I think, great features. Yeah. Especially with these big printers, you have, I think, projects or prints. One print takes like, I think, at least 50 hours, 60 hours, even 70 hours. I think the longest print we have print is, I think like 1 week, which means should be like 24/7, more than 100 hours. More than 100 hours. So definitely, if you're not around the home, you definitely could use Obico to check your prints. Yeah, since if they fail, it definitely will be a big loss and wasting. Yeah. Another, I think, small features, but also very important one, that is, this SV08 Max printer, latest one, also compatible with 5G signals. So, and we also use this external antenna, and which will provide even stronger signals. Okay, and there is also multi-port connection here. So except the USB port, we also have HDMI port, which means if since our default screen is touch screen, but it's not the original Clipper touch screen. So if you still prefer the HDMI Clipper touch screen, the original one with more functions, you could just buy our add-on later and change it. And for our default screen, where we now use a Clipper original one, as we want to make it more accessible and easy to use. So it's kind of not provided so many functions. But if you like to, if you are a tinker, you like more functions to explore, you definitely could choose add-on later. Okay. And also one thing that we also provided the LAN port, which means you could connect not only through Wi-Fi, so multi-port connectivity. Whatever ways you like to connect printer, we have it for you. Okay, and another last but not least functionality here, or maybe not functionality here, is that still we will keep this printer also open source. Okay, so both hardware and software will be open source, which will make the DIY fun and easy troubleshooting by the community, and also with no downtime waiting. You could just print some parts by yourself. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, your printer is running again. Yeah, as you all know that, sometimes our after service will be kind of slow, even sometimes with holidays or weekends, maybe wait like 3 or 4 days. But if you have we have all files on the GitHub page, you can just download and print right away and fix it yourself. So it's another option besides the official support. Yeah. And also with open source, there is so many professional people who are really I think tinker for years, and they're engineers. So they make so many cool. They really like to make so many cool stuff for their own printers. So this open source files will be provide more possibility for the pro users. Yeah. And also one thing that I think very important for this printer, yeah, I think nowadays that except the hardware specs, the user using experience is also very important. Yeah, definitely we know that the most big guys, they have more smooth experience. So Sovol is small. I think we're not doing the user experience that well, but we are continue to improve every day. So for this SV08 Max, so we're doing something further, which as now shows you that we have the Max has the ABS and also the Silk PLA settings and also the PC settings compared to our I think former models with less I think file settings here. So which you just compared to our old models, you could just more easier to print right away because every setting is ready. You do not need to tune yourself. Okay, and I know so many people, so many customers really like our Silk PLA filament. Yeah. And also another very important thing that Sovol supports the most popular slicer Orca, and it's original Orca. All right, we do not do any Sovol risking stuff. It's original Orca. Okay, and if you do not want to use our slicer, even if you do not do the risking, you could just download the latest Orca slicer on GitHub and just import our settings in the Orca. And you use it, okay? Since you just want to use the original Orca 100%, it's all right, okay? So which gives you this printing installed, hassle-free printing experience and print right away. Yeah. So for printer itself, we also have add-on here. As I just mentioned before, that I think till today, I think multicolor is still a very important thing, or even popular, or even gradually kind of used for. I think of kind of every printer has AMS or MMU stuff. So we do not have temporarily, but we have Enclosure. Okay, first thing we have Enclosure as add-on. All right, so the default of the Sovol SV08 Max do not have Enclosure as default, as we really want to make this printer as accessible as possible. Yeah, so I think for early bird price, I do not know still there is an early bird price spot, but $999 is a steal, I think, for this huge and fast and open source 3D printers. So enclosures will be add-on, and also with enclosure, the heat chamber also will be add-on. Assume we will finish the heat chamber products, these parts or these accessories by the middle of the. I think. 加热那个是7月中。 Okay, so heat chamber will finish at I think that middle of the July, and yeah. So I assume if you I think I do not know if we have on here, but if we have, if you buy now, I think we will also ship together with your printer. But I want to assure you that this S-zone will definitely separate separate from your printers. It now will be put in your printer package. It may be like 2 packages, but definitely we will send you, okay, together, okay. And we also have HDMI screen, which I just explained before. I think I like to explain here again. Why we do not to adopt this kind of HDMI screen to give you the original experience. I think nowadays with every manufacturers going to the way to easy use of the printer, they all kind of eliminate more functions on the screen side and leave the functions to the, I think the PC desktop side. So Sovol, we want to give you the device experience, but we also want to balance the easy to use experience. So that's why the default screen is touch screen and easy to use, but not to give more or many extra functions there. So if you still prefer the HDMI screen with this original clipper experience, you definitely buy S-on for sure. Yeah. So we have some questions here. So but before answer many questions here, I think guys, so I have gathered as much questions as I can to answer you guys, so do not worry. Yeah, I know I just continue to talking our selling points without answering you any questions, so do not worry. We cannot gather as much questions as we can. So I will answer questions you concern in a minute. So yeah. But before that, I'd like to talk to our engineers about our challenges and difficulties in building these large printers. Okay. 那个文龙。So I think I just have 2 simple questions. So what's the difficulty we are facing? Because our engineers are beside me, so I just talk to them for a while because they are kind of our engineers are shy, but yeah, I think you guys definitely like more talking from engineers, but they are kind of yeah. But I will ask them questions directly. So so first question is that when we're building these large printers, but at the same time to achieve this I think fast speed. What's the difficulties？ 就是我们现在设计这样一个500×500的这样一个大尺寸的打印机，又要保证这样一个打印速度，甚至我们那个加速度从3万提升到了4万，就是我们在这中间遇到了什么困难，但最终我们又实现了这个点。就是我简单的说一下的话。Our engineers are thinking, so.
在验证过程中发现，它在做100毫米甚至更长距离的时候，也带动打印头， 也知道是只有在短距离的使用5160和大电容电机跟510的大电容电机的时候，它可以达到1200，但实际上在500的时候它是还会偏大，达到700。加速度的话是还是按照
嗯嗯。
主要用的大驱动大电容电机。
那结构上面有没有？就是说，或者我们保证这个点的结构上面呢？
在那个电机的
Okay. So I think the engineer just talked to me like that. The main thing they think, I think I'm not satisfied with the answer, but they think main thing that we use these high current motors, which achieve this high speed. But about maintain the quality, I think the structure I think gives a lot of values here. So that's why I mentioned in the beginning that we use these reinforced ribs. We actually use 8. I think in Chinese it's 8, but actually we use 8 reinforced hubs in each corners to support this rigid I think structure. Yeah. And so the second question is why we continue to use the eddy current sensor, but also I think this should be also definitely should work together with this 8mm thick bed. 就我们为什么这次的话就是说，一个是加厚这个热床，另外一个就是说为什么继续选择这个涡流传感器。
其实针对大尺寸的这个点来说的话，我还是沿用那个像压力或者说开关的。第一个是它的一个准确率，第二个的话就是它更多的是在调时间前期的准确工作的这个。然后我们采用了那个涡流的话，它整体的一个前期准备时间刚才也提到80秒可以把整个的热床的一个调频时间可以完成这个时间80秒可以完成。如果说用就是前的方案的话，它的调频时间基本上要到一个时间。所以主要是也是为了提升效率，包括它的一个稳定。然后关于热床的一个平面度，就是目前的一个包括来料，包括其实我们的一个针对大尺寸的这个点来说的话，它最容易出现的一个问题是一个热变形，跟就是热变形跟热炉变的这两个问题。就热炉变的话，它会导致一个问题，是在反应过程中它的一个形状会变化。所以我们换成了8毫米的一个板，然后再单独去加热片的一个方案，来从而保证它的一个整体的一个结构的稳定性。所以至于我们现在的打印的手程，打印的一个效果也相对是比较好。
So let me see if this. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I asked these questions do not kind of prepare with the engineers. So I think they are answered at the actually just what I showed important here, that they think the first they use an eddy current sensor is that it's still the fast sensor and affordable sensor we can find, which really quick. As I think if you have quality printers for bed leveling, I think it should take like 1 to 2 minutes if you just print the full byte size. But with our SV08 Max, it takes like, as I just showed here, it's, the full size is only 80 seconds. And then about the heat bed, why we use to this 8 meters thick is that the mainly concern is engineering concern is that the heat deforming. So with this 8 meters second heat bed, this problem kind of solved. Eventually. Yeah. So I will kind of put more questions we gathered from customers. So which goes to the QA part. So the first is the customer asks that, is there any multicolor 3D print in future? So we are working on it. Actually, we have working with co-print for I don't know, like we have working with co-print for like more than half a year, but we finally do not think that it's the option for both. So, but the co-print is really awesome, and they continue to do the integration and compatibility with SV08. Yeah. So now Sovol are developing our own AMS or MMU kit. Yeah. We do not finalize the solution, but we are already working on it. I think also for more than 6 months at least. Yeah. So another thing is that customer asking that what is the total weight for the machine, and does it need to be on the ground? I wonder which type of desk shelves I need for it. Yeah. So the machine with package it weighs like 40 kilogram, and with printer itself it's about 30 kilogram more or less. Yeah. About desk, so the dimension I think you need at least should be like 750 by 750 by 800 millimeter. Okay. You definitely could prepare a small desk, but we suggest at least 750 by 750 by 800 millimeter will be good, or still leave more space and flexible for you to put your SV08. Yeah, you definitely SV08 Max, you definitely could put it on the table. Okay, do not need to put it only on the ground. Yeah, just need a very solid table. Yeah, since when it's printed fast, it's shaking. I think kind of will be even crazier than the normal printers for sure. So another questions. I think we have here. I have like more than 30 questions, so don't worry. Yeah, it will not only few questions. It will be more than 30 questions I will answer here. So I'm still not looking for the comment sections, but I think this more than 30 questions already covered most questions. But if still any questions left, I will definitely answer after this. Okay, so customer asking that, will the setup in tech also lead to an upgrade version of the 350 by 350 SV08? Yes. Actually, we are already working on the upgraded version of SV08. Okay. I do not know we will call it SV08 Pro, but it is the upgrade version for SV08. It's the first time I think we publicly saying this. We are working on the upgraded version of SV08 already for a while. It's not only to improve something, but definitely we will bring something new. Okay, so stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. Okay, I just see this question quick, so I will answer here. So, Diga 1988 said that does the case come with a heat chamber? So, we have the heat chamber as add-on, but the heat chamber will be not default. All right, will not be default. So. Another customer asked a very interesting question here. He said that 5. Is there a way to limit the power draw on the bed while heating? Worried about the constant tripping breakers in my house due to limited options on placement due to scale. I checked this one carefully with our engineers. So, as I checked with the engineers that the max power draw, the max power will be 1500 watts. And it only happens when you're heating the printer. After that, it will below 1000 watts. So we think it will not tripping your breakers. Yeah. So the answer is that you do not need to do anything to draw the power down. Okay? Hope my answer is clear. Okay. 就这边先说的是加热功耗。So then we continue to this one. This one is long. I do not know if you could see this. It's from our content creator reviews. Okay, the belt. Yeah. So some concerns have been raised that the belts might be too thin for printer of this size, and going from smooth pulley to two head pulleys should not be a reason to go with thinner belts. There are many great things about this printer and some cool concepts that I think are going to be explored more in future with other printing manufacturers. You guys are always putting out some good machines, but they could be great. We are trying to make the printers more affordable. You skip on things that are very important on printers that are needed. A good example of that is you learn from the SV08 that print bed were too thin and how it was mounted on plastic plate was not great. And you sort of addressed that with this printer, secret bed, no plastic plate. Okay. Oh. Sorry, the company is kind of jumping, so I need to go back. No plastic beneath it, but still screwed into plastic. Also, the filament fading assistant, where it is a good idea to take some string off, the extruder still has some hiccups that cause other issues getting stuck. That hopefully will be addressed before release. About this long post from customers, I want to say that I checked with the engineers. Since we have like more than 1,000 hours testing of this belt design, we do not think this is a problem for long run. And besides that, okay, we also are making a video of telling people how to adjust the belt after long time use. And all in all, and with this auxiliary feeder help, we don't think this belt we use which is 6mm, is thin. We think it's okay to handle your prints for long run. Yeah. Actually, this seventh question is kind of same as the above, which customer asking about the dimension requirement for my bench, which answered is I think at least 75 by 75 by 800 millimeter. All right. Another question here is that customer asking that how has the print surface quality been on large prints utilized most, if not all of the build volume? We do not think that you need a certain build volume as a limit. Yeah, as our software engineers already kind of do the utilization of all print height. So whatever the prints is 300 or 400 or even 450 or 480, I think the whole acceleration and speed settings will change according to your height. So do not worry about that. Yeah. So customer also asking, is there a heat chamber? Yes, there is a chamber heater, and as I just mentioned before, we will finish the heat chamber by the middle of the July. Yeah. Also, another customer asked, what's the max bed temp, and will it use mainline clipper? Can we add the AFC automated filament changer in the future? So max bed type is 100 degrees Celsius, and will it use the mainline clipper? We do not use the mainline clipper. We customize the mainline clipper and add more functions here, which is like the touchscreen, the auxiliary feeder, the heat chamber, the eddy current sensor. So since we are open source printer, so later if you just flash this firmware with the mainline clipper, you definitely will lose these functions. So we do provide open source files, but you just need to be careful to do anything if you know what you are doing here. And also is that AFC stuff. Yes, I think we definitely will put this thing into this AMSA or MMU stuff. But if you let me say something today, I don't know. But we are working on it, and we will try to integrate as much function as we can to put in this future AMS or MMU stuff. Yeah. So will the SV08 Max work with the CoPrint? The answer is no. Yeah. But anyway, as I just said, CoPrint is really awesome company. Maybe they will buy our printers and they just do the integration and compatibility their own. We don't know. We're definitely happy to see if they're doing anything, but temporarily, as I just said, we are already working on our own AMS stuff. So temporarily, it will not work with CoPrint, but we do not know what they will do. So maybe you will check with them and see if they have any plans in the near future. Yeah. So some people are asking about the heat bed. So how did you distribute this 1300 watt heating systems across the bed surface? Did you use something divided into multiple segments? The answer is no. We do not use anything divided into multiple segments. Just this unibody one build plate. Yeah. Okay, so there is a question here. I think I'd like to answer right away. So Ryan Maury just asking, why are you guys running a Kickstarter? You are an established company. Yes, so is an established company for sure, and but we are really small. And I think, as you guys know, that I think you know all the big guys. So people are more tend to buy from big guys. I think it's even harder and harder for Sovol to survive. So that's why we choose Kickstarter to get more exposure. We know that Kickstarter is for starters who have no resources. They just have some ideas and good plans. So they want some small money to back their project to success. But for Sovol, with this latest, I think, competition, the only thing we want to use Kickstarter is to get more exposure, to let more people to know Sovol. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but our product will 100% deliver to every customers who backed us. Whether our Kickstarter program will success or fail, we will keep our promise to deliver the product with quality. Okay, yeah. Okay. The 15th question is that, can hot end really keep up with the speed? What kind of nozzles is in there? Okay, so about this question, yeah, since so first thing, this whole extruder is totally different compared to SV08. It is same as Sovol 0. Yeah. Since Sovol 0 achieved to like 1,200 max accelerations, and its melt zone is even longer compared to SV08, which is even longer 10 millimeter length. So, which ensure the max hot end really keep up with the fast speed. Okay, and the default nozzle of the SV08 Max is hardened nozzle. All right. And some customers asking that does the extruder have a filament cutter? The answer is no, since this printer do not include any AMS or MMU filament system. Yeah. Okay. Then another question is that with such a large print volume, how are you going to support the inevitable mid-print run-out spool swap with a zero quality impact and zero user intervention? So since we have this new creation of this auxiliary feeder, so and also we have the auxiliary feeder to ensure the mid-print run out goes smooth. And another thing is that we also add more resistance on 4 Z-axis motors. So these two main things to ensure the mid print runout spool swap is smooth and do not impact any quality of your prints. Okay, two things. First thing is auxiliary feeder. Another thing is that we put more resistance on the 4 Z-axis motors. It even has more resistance compared to SV08. All right. Customer asks that really wish you could offer a Revo HF high flow as hot end at Kickstarter. Large nozzles are useful for big prints and ease of change important. Yes, of course. So large nozzles and easy of change. If you're really looking for the third parties or aftermarket products, we suggest you better maybe just check the CHT nozzles, which from our engineer side. Yeah, definitely E3D's Revo high flow definitely will be also a great option for sure. But if you go into the best of the best, as our engineers suggest, that you okay, of course you do with your own risk, but this just the CHT nozzles if you really want to go high flow. And by the way, our SV08 Max nozzle is also high flow. Will the SV08 Max have a carbon fiber and or HEPA filter that comes with the enclosure? Will there be a PDC heater or similar attachment made by Sovol for heating the chamber? So yeah, we have both things, but it's not default with printers. It's optional and it's add-on. So if you need these functions, you could buy as add-on. Okay, so we have carbon fiber with come with the enclosure, yeah, but this is add-on. And also we have the PDC heater. It also is add-on, and it will finish middle of July, as I mentioned before. Yeah. So, so people ask this, but you all already know. But yeah, what is the maximum speed? It's 700 millimeter per second. Yeah. I think this question is, I think most people maybe want to know. Yeah, these questions. People asking that, will it be compatible with the new index system? I won't say it's hard, but it's not possible, but it's hard. It's hard, okay? By the way, we already contact with with Builtin already talking about this index systems. They said they already buy our SV08, and we are planning to send them the Sovol, and we will see if we will work together about the SV08 Max. But all in all, we already talked to Builtin about their index system. So let's see if there is any possibilities in the near future. All right. Yeah. By the way, the index system is really cool. Personally, I really like it as they show their index systems with Waron 0. But as you know, we have Sovol 0, right? So, and we will send them 1 later. Yeah. Another question here is that will the MCU have a way to add a chamber heater that can be controlled via clipper for ABS printers, etc.? I don't know. If you want to build the heat chamber yourself, I think that with the open source profile, I think you do anything you want. Yeah. Yeah, but if answer your questions, that yeah, technically you can do that. Technically you can do that. Yeah. Okay. A customer asked about what's the belt size. That okay. I think since still some customers still consider the belt size, I will answer here that the XY belt size is 6 millimeter. Okay, 6 millimeter, and the Z-axis is 9 millimeter. All right. Yeah. So about heat chamber stuff, I want to answer again that you could buy from Sovol our Izon, or you could just build yourself. Yeah, since we are open source, we will open source later. Yeah, once we finished, since we have so many stuff we're still working on, it's really a Kickstarter product. It's not just some product that we already produce a ton. We are ready to ship. We are working on everything still now. Yeah, so. Also, there is a question here. Customer who asking that he is curious to explore the Clipper side of things to determine just how much it's being adapted, changed versus stock. Okay, so I think as I just answered already that the compared to the original, the main difference to the original Clipper is that we add touch screen function, we added the auxiliary feeder function, we added the heat chamber function, we added the eddy current sensor function. So yeah, so I hope you get it. I hope you know what's the main difference. Of course, there are very small details. Yeah. There is also a question here that customer asking. My question is that does slowing the acceleration down fix the dimension accuracy issues? The question is obvious. Yes, but we don't think you need to. But I know that if for some customers they will sell their prints, so you definitely want to make sure your print quality meets the standard. Yeah, I understand that, but the answer definitely yes. But since we are one thing that we are continue to do the improvement of the SV08 Max software. I think most now is software part that I think if you keep the formula updated through our OTA function, I think only if you really need some higher quality, perfect quality. Other than that, I think our default settings will meet I think 95% of the quality demand here. But definitely, if you like to tune yourself, you definitely could slower down and to achieve that perfect accuracy. What is the storage size of the SV08 Max? 8 gigabytes seems to be bring random issues with the original SV08. I want to see here it's still 8 gigabyte. But one thing I want to mention that here, I think later we'll mention everywhere that please, if you print stuff, please leave like I think 500 megabytes space. I think 1 gigabyte will be better, but still 500 megabytes at least. If you print the bigger prints, as you all know that once you print the new prints, the backstage will still generate some code there and to take the space of the whole printer. So and sometimes when you print many models from because Clipper is so easy to use, and you will forget to delete these files. So please remember to delete these files maybe 1 month if you just do not use it anymore and leave the since I think you guys will use a printer to print huge prints, so definitely leave at least 500 megabytes space. Okay, and it will solve I think most issues. Yeah. Okay, so another question from customer is that the zero is even faster than the SV08 Max. I wonder how much time and anxiety would it take to make a full-size print on the Max. Such a build size is even practical. As far as I can say, the longest print, as I think as a print is so different. All right, some print is very big. I think I could show you here. Some prints is big, but it's kind of. You see this? I think this life-size desk here. It takes about I don't know like 30 to 40 hours, but there is still not empty space here. So if you're talking about that the full size, I don't know what your print is. I'm guessing that the most time maybe you will print will be like I don't know like it should be like 100 hours to 150 hours if you ask me that. Yeah, 100 hours to 150 hours if you print this life-size stuff. Okay, and also you know this one, this is this huge benchy, all right, here. You see, it's kind of I'm 170 centimeter tall in this dimension. I know you do not use this dimensions, but in China we use centimeters. But anyway, that you get point here. So for this boat, we print like I don't know 20 to 30 hours more or less. This one, I use different materials here. Yeah, it's used PLA, PETG, I think TPU, and also PC. Yeah, so everything. And also one thing I'd like to show you guys here. We print out this full bite size line here. I don't know how lengthy it is. It's just we put this line on the SV08 Max at full scale. I don't know. It's like I don't know 50 meters. You see, I still stretching this. I don't know 20 meters. That's crazy. I don't know. Oh, I finally reached one end here. Can you guess how long it is? We printed this this snake, I think more than like 60 hours. And when we slice this file, the slicer the slicer is kind of crash. All right, so it's really you know crazy. You see how long it is? It's the head snake. It's snake's head here. Oh no, not this side. Sorry, I can't find it. But you get the point. I think you get the point. Okay. Yeah, incredible snake and incredible benchy here. So yeah, see this one? Yeah. It's really, I think it is also really beautiful. So maybe I put here. I don't know. It's just too huge. I think I have a few questions here to answer, and then we will end today's live. I think, let me see if I have any further question here. I think the final question here is that all these years, there was no need of an external motor to assist the feeding. Why does this need it? I don't know if you ever use any bigger printers. So with this 500 by 500 by 500 3 printers, the whole extruder extrusion line is really long. So we want to make sure the feeding is smooth. That's why we add it. And at the same time, we also kind of solve this tangle issues as well. You know, sometimes there is some filament, they have tangle because the filament holders is not that good. So all in all is that except to make the extruder itself awesome, we also want to make sure the feeding system is also help to achieve the better qualities. So that's the answer. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining today's live stream. And one thing I want to say that we still have this live lucky draw here. So I'm seeing there is still few people just drawing the fulfill the form. So if you will, you could just please just fulfill the form, and we will choose customers to send out 1 roll of filament for free. All right. So if you guys who still not fulfill your form, please we will resend the link again. Please fulfill the form, and we are doing lucky draw here, and we hope you guys could win some free filament. And hope you enjoyed today's SV08 Max launch activity. Just give me a second to show you guys the give me a second. Sorry, I just cannot give you guys. Guys, give me a minute, and I will just to check out with my colleague and trying to put all your names in the all your names into this lucky draw. So just give me a minute. Yeah. As today is so many people join live, so let's doing like 3 rounds. Okay, let's doing 3 rounds of lucky draw. So which means there will be 3 winners. So hope you guys will win. Okay. Give me a second to change it to here. Yeah. So if you not see your name, so please fulfill the lucky draw form, and we will just start lucky draw soon. And hope you guys will win. Yeah, we'll go 3 rounds. Just give me a second. I will check with my colleague about the.链接呢？那个直播里面怎么没有？ yeah, please fill this form, and we will start the lucky draw very soon, and we'll go 3 rounds. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for guys taking your time and joining our launch event. Hope you get your answers. Whether you will back this project or not, we sincerely appreciate your time here. Yeah. Okay, there is more people joining, so great. Yeah, so I will copy the whole list, and yeah. Sorry guys, this is you still have got time to fulfill it. I just found out this lucky draw form is so hard to copy. It's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, thank you for joining today's live. Oh no, there's more people joining here, and let me see how to finish this. Oh, I finally copied the whole list. LOL. All right. I think we have all people here. Okay. So let's start the first round. Okay. Oh, there is one more. One more. Okay, there is one more. There is one more. Doctor. Let me make sure everybody is in the list, so we will not miss anyone. Yeah. And guys, give a minute as some new people join here. Guys, do not worry. I will finish very soon. Okay. No more people. All right, let's do it. No more people. Let's do it. Okay. The faker Instagram from Instagram. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Thank you so much for joining live, and congratulations. You win the first round of lucky draw. Thank you very much for joining our live today. Our colleague will contact you, and you also could reach us from the sale at Sovol3.com. If you're looking for the comment section, you will also see the contacting message. Yeah. So let's do the third round. Okay. The second one. Sorry, the second round. Oh, there's Carlos Martin, who's from Facebook. Thank you so much for joining live, and congratulations. Congratulations. So, the last lucky draw here. Yeah, hope anyone who now win have the chance to win this time. Yeah, I wish everyone win. But sorry, we only have the last spot here. So. Oh, this is GWIP8OZ from YouTube. Congratulations. Thank you for joining the live, and yeah. Hope you have a great day. Yeah. So it's pretty much here. All right. So if you guys, anyone who still not picked our printer, is all right. Yeah. Maybe you still have some concerns. Maybe you still not find any features which fit your needs. It's all right. Yeah, we will continue to improve, and we have more YouTube content creators review on the way. So I think they are more very professional and objective, and I hope that you could find someone who you trust and believe, and knows the pros and cons, and make your final decision. I think if not this one, maybe the future models. Yeah, but anyway, I think it's great to see you guys tonight. It's China time. I know your daytime, so I hope to see you soon. And so before that, keep printing, keep making, and see you guys later. Bye.